Hello, 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 everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Rainey Ray, and I am a essential oil educator and enthusiast. I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate, and I love helping people and their pets get healthier. So, before we dive in today, and our subject is rosemary, but before we dive in today, there's a couple of announcements that and things that I just want to talk about for a moment. One is I hope that you are all loving your free frankincense. Tom, Larry, our dog, Betty, our dog, and I use it multiple times in a day. So we're grateful to be able to get it for free. So thank you, doTERRA, for the free frankincense in December and for extending it until the 15th of January. It's great. So the other thing is there's a lot of people talking, and doTERRA sent out emails and on the 90-day reset. Okay. Fabulous. The 90-day reset is a program that can help with a myriad of things that are going on with you. Um, and it's just good to do anyway. Just like when you go and you're going to plant your garden for a new season, there's things you do to prepare. And your body is like your garden. Okay. So I know firsthand, having had to recover from an exposure to a hazardous material, that our body needs the support to be able to get rid of stuff, toxins, whatever, and have the um, the soil, the um, support that it needs in order to thrive. So the 90-day reset is amazing. Okay. It is, has some of the things of the 30-day reset, some of the things of our mini cleanse, but it's so much more. And if you are curious about it at all, or if you're doing it already, or if you've bought the kit and you're planning to do it. And by the way, I've talked in this live before about how discounted the kits are. Then um, there's a group on Facebook that you should join. Okay. I am not a big joiner of Facebook groups, as you know. Okay. But this one is amazing. This one is um, hosted by our part of the doTERRA family tree. So think of doTERRA as a family tree. And one of our great-great-grandmothers in doTERRA is a woman by the name of Laura Jacobs that created the 90-day reset. She is so well educated in health and nutrition and is constantly updating her knowledge. She's amazing, okay? And we, as her part of the family tree, have access to this group, okay? What a bonus, all right? So in this group, you're going to get, it's not fluff, okay? In this group, you're going to get relevant information and access to comment and ask questions, okay? This is where the absolute expert is. That's Laura Jacobs. And her people that she has educated on this, okay? They know so much more than I know about this. And they've created this group in order to help people along the journey because everybody's experience, just like anything else, everybody's experience is different. And we want to be able to address those differences, work with those differences, and we want everybody to succeed. So I'm in the group. Let me know when you join. All right. If you need help to get into the group, reach out and let me know because it is an exclusive group, just our part of the family tree. There's Teresa joining us. Hey, T, how are you? Thanks for joining. I was just talking about two things. One, how grateful I am to get free frankincense. That's number one. And and how we're using it here, but also this 90-day reset. And the more I'm learning about it, the more impressed I am. And the more I understand how people's differences make it so that everybody needs to have feedback about what they're going through. And our great 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 grandmother in doTERRA, Laura Jacobs, created a group, a Facebook group, and I'll put the link in, that is exclusive to our part of the doTERRA family tree. And so we get access. And even if you're not doing it, even if you're just curious, even if you've started already, even if you're planning to, I'm in this group. I have already learned so much about this 90-day reset that I had no idea about. So, and look, Teresa and I are both in Florida. We're both in sweaters, and I have my fluffy $5 coat on that I got from Costco. And there's Lynn, who is in the northern tundra. What's your temp there now, Lynn?
Oh, who knows? Wind chill -20 or something. Who knows?
Well, Teresa and I are both in Florida, and we have wraps on, let alone you.
I got double layers.
Oh, I hear you, girl. I hear you.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I was talking about the exclusive group for the 90-day reset, that I was just on a call with our upline, Laura Jacobs, who is our great 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 grandmother in doTERRA. Okay. And she put together this group for people who are curious, for people who have started it, for people who are planning on starting it. And I've already learned so much in this group. Um, that anyone who wants to from our team can get in there. It's exclusive to people that are in Laura Jacobs' part of the doTERRA family tree. She is the one that invented this. She is the one who's got the health and nutrition background and science background to work with, and she worked with doTERRA researchers to develop this. Okay, so that's that. The other thing is that, and I'm going to post it. I don't have the link right here in front of me, but for anyone that's interested in learning about, look, these are hard economic times, okay? Anyone who's interested in learning about doTERRA's business opportunity and the potential. There is another person within our part of the family tree of doTERRA who twice a week, I mean, twice on Thursdays, so once a week, two different times, does a call where you can get in on Zoom. You can, they present some incredible information from people who have been uber successful with doTERRA and people who are starting out. So I'll post those in our in the comments. Today I want to talk about, we can talk about any other Q&As that you guys have, but I want to spend some time talking about rosemary. Okay. So, oh, wait, one more thing I forgot. The Wellness Nook that I subscribe to, that I recommended everybody subscribe to, because we at some point could not get the hard copy of the Essential Life book. Okay. And it was available on the Wellness Nook. Their license has expired because obviously Essential Life book is back in print. There's wonderful other books in there, but I'm probably going to cancel my annual subscription because I don't need one more thing. You know, just having one more thing doesn't make life good. You know, so check it out if you're already subscribed. See if you're interested in those other books. They're wonderful. Um, but my focus in getting it was to have online access to Essential Life. So anyway, um, Rosemary. By way of background, doTERRA gives us a free oil when we renew our account. So like Sam's and Costco, you pay an annual fee to renew your wholesale account. Well, doTERRA is the same way. But doTERRA is different. They give us a bottle of oil when we renew, so it costs us little or nothing to renew our accounts. For years and years, doTERRA gave us peppermint, which I love. Okay. There's a part of me that says just stick with it. Peppermint's amazing. Okay. Um, then they gave us a Supermint, okay, which, is wonderful and stuff, but you know, I loved the peppermint, but didn't say anything. Now they're giving us a full-size bottle of rosemary. At first I go, what's going on here? Okay, why rosemary? Rosemary is not an oil that I use. I owned it early on, got it in a BOGO, didn't use it. Okay, how many people can relate to that? All right. And then I started using rosemary and I was blown away. All right. First thing I did was use it in the kitchen. All right. Sauces, marinades, dressings, whatever it is. Because we don't keep fresh herbs here. Fabulous. All right. If you open up a bottle of rosemary, you're going to feel like you buried your head in that wonderful rosemary plant. I mean, it is an amazing essential oil, but it's not just for cooking. And I soon learned that. All right, so a little more background. Sourced in Bulgaria. doTERRA only sources, meaning grows, oils where they, in a climate and environment to do the best to produce the chemical constituents that are required for medicinal pharmaceutical grade oils. Okay. We can grow rosemary in a pot in the backyard, in the house. We can grow rosemary anywhere. Bulgaria is the best. So, top properties. It's an analgesic. It's an I always mispronounce this, catarrhal, Anticatarrhal. It's a stimulant and a neurotonic. Interestingly, found in oil blends that we love, adaptive, motivate, on guard, past tense, thinker, and our Revitazine, which is our detox oil. Okay. So I pulled together some uses and benefits from Essential Life book, okay, and from our printables. All right, these are what we call printables because they're easily printable, okay? And these are posted in our group, the non-compliant ones. These are not to be shared publicly, just in our group, because doTERRA has to comply with the FDA, okay? There's things that are in this and the Essential Life book, which is a third-party reference book that we love, that we can't say publicly, or otherwise the FDA is going to have a fit. All right. So, diffuse to enhance memory, reduce cortisol, and reduce depression and stress. All right. I'll have this in our notes. Inhale it, just open it up and inhale it from the bottle to feel just uplifted, vivacious, mental clarity. Okay. Um, when you have feel like you need a memory boost or you lack focus, put a little under your nose. I dilute it, across your forehead, or diffuse it. So mental, adrenal, chronic fatigue, headaches, use it. Diffuse it, use it topically. You can even take it in a capsule or in an oil shot. Massage it over arthritic joints. So think about what are our recipes for arthritic joints, okay? Go to deep blue, copaiba, frankincense, right? Maybe wintergreen, maybe lemongrass for the connective tissues, but think about rosemary, okay? Um, You can put one drop in a body scrub to help reduce cellulite. And we have a good cellulite recipe in our group here. Just search cellulite. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Facebook groups, but there are some pluses. And the little magnifying glass in our group, you can go in and then just type in cellulite and recipes and stuff will come up. Um, Diffuse it or add it to a lotion and apply it to your chest to soothe a chronic cough. So now we're in cold and flu season. Okay. They're going to be giving us this all year, all of 2026 for whenever our accounts are up for renewal. Okay, you can at any time open the bottle, put a drop in your hands, rub your hand together, and breathe in. Okay. I like to say big yoga breaths. Okay. When you're newer to oils, don't put your hands right up against your face. Okay. It's too much. These are potent. Hold them out a little bit. Okay. Um, you can also use it for a memory retention kind of aid. Okay. Years ago, I did an exchange with a gal who was an esthetician, is an esthetician up in, I think it's Brookfield, help me out, Lynn, outside Milwaukee. And is it Brookfield, Brookview? I
Yes,
forget.
yes. You've
Yeah,
told me about it before, Brookfield,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
maybe
And
15 minutes.
so I would teach on pets and animals, and she would teach on skincare. And it was a fabulous exchange. Not in our same part of the family tree, but that's the beauty of doTERRA, is that some of our best connections are with people who are not in our same family tree. Okay. And come into her class and I could tell that she had peppermint and wild orange diffusing because, they're so distinct. And that's kind of the signature doTERRA diffuser blend. I said, what is that other smell I'm smelling? She said, rosemary. And I said, ooh, how come? She said, it helps with focus. It helps with memory. It helps with attention. So think about that. So respiratory infections, conditions like that, loss of smell, apply it on your chest, bottoms of your feet, diffuse it. You can inhale it through your mouth if you have sinusitis. So we normally inhale through our nose, right? But you can go, okay, or do a dough bong, what do we call it? A drop, spread it around a little, make a tube, put your other hand behind. It's like a personal inhaler, okay? But it'll go into your sinuses. Jet lag, I didn't remember that, okay? Under the nose, of course, same kind of thing, back of the neck. Here's where we really use it a lot. And the first time I used rosemary for anything outside of cooking was to help someone regrow hair on their dog. Okay. Remember, everything in life I've learned from dogs. No question asked. All right. So we have our healthy hair spray. It's in there. Rosemary is one of the top oils to help regrow hair or to help it get thickened. Okay. You can put it in a drop in your shampoo. You can put it in the hair growth spray. You can do whatever you want. I've been putting a drop of lavender in my shampoo because I've had dry scalp lately, right, Lynn? Um, things like that. So if people are fighting alcohol or drug addiction, it's great to help redirect thoughts. This oil is so powerful that I had no idea, all right? Fainting, dizziness, low blood pressure, rapid heartbeat. Again, use it all the ways. Weak muscles, tired muscles, bone pain, gout. It's a natural steroid. We have a few oils that are a natural steroid. Rosemary's one of them, geranium's another. Okay? And there are others. So, malaria and parasites, jaundice, liver and kidney issues. Take it internally in a capsule or your oil shot. Put it on the bottoms of your feet. So, why bottoms of the feet, you guys? Why do we always say that? Come on,
I
be
think most
bold.
of the body center has points on your feet, so that's able to absorb and distribute from there.
That's one. Yep.
Not
Yep.
only it makes your feet smell better.
That's another. T, what do you think?
I was just, I'm trying to think, the absorption, but it can be absorbed anywhere throughout the skin. So I don't know why the bottoms of the feet would be more beneficial.
Evidently, there's a lot more pores in that skin.
Oh, okay.
So the
Okay.
absorption rate is easier and higher, but also think about this. Our feet are tough. even if you've never walked around barefoot a lot, it's a tougher skin than the rest of our bodies. Um, and they can handle the oils a lot better and more often.
So you don't get that sensitivity
Right,
potentially.
right, right.
Um, I'm thinking two things. Chinese medicine. They
Yep,
say that areas on your feet are connected to certain organs. And then weird factoid, because Rainey and I are connected by dogs, but I used to track missing people, and I always took socks because the scent is very specific from the feet.
yeah,
So I would use shoes, socks, anything like that.
yep,
So,
yep, yep.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really the feet are amazing. I mean, and who knew, right? So the other thing that I think is really good is if you have nervousness, depression, addictions, low dopamine. What about thinking about rosemary? Because just like with headaches, people's emotional issues may react better to one oil than another. So there are oils that we think about for depression and nervousness and all of that. But I don't normally think about rosemary, and it's definitely one of them. I mentioned the cellulite, but lymphatic draining, congestion, chemical toxicity or exposure. I wish I knew about rosemary when I was getting all that crap out of my body from the hazmat. Um, and just to wrap it up, Bell's palsy, multiple sclerosis, paralysis. These are all things, bottom of the feet, take it internally. And then last, cancer, hepatitis, and diabetes. Take it in a capsule. Put it on the bottom of your feet. It emotionally takes you from, they say, confused to open-minded. All right. Warning. All right. Bop, bop, bop. This one should go loud in your head. There are studies that indicate, and more research is needed, that rosemary can reduce or lower the threshold for seizure.
Hmm.
So if you, your dog, or whoever else, you're recommending rosemary for, has that inclination, or if they're epileptic, for sure, remember to be mindful about rosemary. Okay. Also, high blood pressure, is another thing with rosemary. Uh, anything you guys want to add about rosemary?
Yes. I knew
Yay.
as soon as you said rosemary, and I had to look it up because I didn't remember all the specifics. But I remember when I was researching essential oils for chickens,
Ah, good.
rosemary was one of the top. And so I just looked it up again because I couldn't find my notes real quick. But it will help boost their immune system. It's also an insect repellent, which that I knew because you could take fresh rosemary and put in their nesting boxes, which I've read that. So I would think the same thing. I could, put some in a spray and spray their nesting boxes and get the same results. But yes, it talks about it's rich in antioxidants, and it is good for chickens.
That's extremely cool. That's extremely cool. We have a guy on our search team, and Teresa knows him, who had got a young lab pup that got in a scuffle and got a wound on its nose and had no hair there. And he's not an oil person. So I had him get just rosemary and two or three other oils that he mixed in like we do with the hair grow, in water in a sprayer. And he sprayed it on twice a day. And you barely even know that the dog was in a scuffle. So,
So what would your
oh,
mix be if you were going to use it with chickens? If you wanted to spray it,
this doesn't say. I wouldn't make it extremely strong. I'm thinking probably just a few drops. I
in
don't,
about a 12-ounce bottle?
uh-huh.
Okay.
Enough to where I wouldn't want the fragrance to be too overpowering, so I would probably do it by scent.
Right.
But you can put fresh rosemary in there. So I know that was one thing I had read because I do have fresh rosemary growing, and you
Okay.
can't just take sprigs of rosemary and put in there.
Yeah. Interesting, because I am growing rosemary indoors and it's doing fairly well. I've got two plants.
Oh,
I've been
good.
using
Cool.
it to cook with. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well,
I
and
like,
I'll tell you, there's so many different uses for it that I, had totally forgotten. Um, and it just is, it's amazing to me. Um, when we think of rosemary, we think of cooking.
Well, and also, I'm just reading, I'm looking online. Rosemary contains vitamin A, vitamin C, B6, all both essential, okay, for overall health, and vitality. Let's see, it talks about each individual. Rosemary provides minerals such as calcium, iron, and magnesium.
Well, that's amazing. So that I take it that's the plant.
Yes.
Awesome. That's
so in the
amazing.
old days, when they were making stews and things through winter time,
Right.
there's a reason for that, for your immune system now. So that's
Brilliant.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing
Yeah.
I didn't know about rosemary is there's camphor in there. That's
Okay.
one of the main chemical constituents.
Okay.
So I didn't know that. That's why it's good for those muscle aches, those arthritic joints, things like that. The other main constituents are it's called 1,8 cineol, which is eucalyptol, and apinine, and then of course camphor. So, I mean, that really, it says in the Essential Life book, in ancient times, rosemary was commonly used to drive away evil spirits. So, so there's another one. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. For those who have the Essential Emotions book or don't, rosemary is good if you're confused, difficulty adjusting or transitioning, limited perspective, difficulties in learning, and it helps you with mental clarity, knowledgeable, teachable, becoming knowledgeable, teachable, enlightened, open to new experiences, and helps with your ability to adjust. It's called rosemary, the oil of knowledge and transition. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, dust off your rosemary and start using it. It's really an interesting oil. Um, I really I'm always surprised. Anything else, you guys? So
No.
hop in that group. That's the one that I've been talking about before you got on, Lynn, which is from our upline, Laura Jacobs, that is the creator of the 90-day reset. Even if whether you're going to do the 90-day reset or not, whether you are already started with it, whether you're picking and choosing how you're doing it, um, there's some really good information in there, and you're getting it like from the horse's mouth, directly from Laura and her minions, on all the values that are in that. So that's cool. Good. Cool. Well, stay warm, Lynn.
Right now, we get more snow on Wednesday. We're already above average.
Yeesh.
Uh-oh.
And then it goes cold again. So we had probably about 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 35-mile-an-hour winds took the wind chill down to about minus 20 to 35.
Oh,
Uh,
Yes.
so went and popped out for yoga. Only half the class showed up for the first one.
oh, I'm
So
sure. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, we
Yeah.
just hide out.
Yeah. People hunker down, don't they?
Uh, the wimps do. The
Yeah.
rest of us in the northern climate don't.
We're not wimps. We're used to
We're
going out
waiting
and
for
stuff.
snow so we can go bomb around and drive around in it. But sorry,
Exactly.
sorry for sending it that far south.
Well, we'll blow some warm air your way, and I know
Do
that
that.
our 30s in the morning are not warm to us, but they're plenty warm to you.
It's springtime for us, man.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
Yes. Stay
I hear
warm,
you.
everybody.
All right, I'll get this posted in the group. Everybody have a great
Perfect.
week. And if you have any questions or comments and whatever, put it in our group or put it on YouTube or reach out directly. Happy to help. Love helping. Okay, so
Cool.
take good care, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
All right, bye.